trade testing is just a matter of hours. So there is no way you can be able to correlate the rigorous process between RPL and labor trade test. And therefore, finally, the integrity is a major difference. The integrity of RPL can never be compared with that of trade test.
You see, I'm getting very good ambassadors now for RPL.
Of the whole process. So it involves multi-stage procedure framework that give the certification after generating a lot of evidences against the RPL.
We are getting there now. We are getting there now.
Recognized certification. Is there a difference between a recognized certification? It is about recognition in other countries. When we talk about trade test, it is only one part of the qualification. In trade test, no. But all this, I will give you in a minute before I lose, my thinking as well, which we do trade test. When we directed that training center, we stopped doing trade test. So you can see, it depends also on power. It came actually above trade test. Because remember, RPL, you are testing with your trade test, it is only within that particular job occupation, which in terms of recognition or being recognized elsewhere. So you have a lot of points actually, which you can mention whenever we do this. Actually, what you should do is encourage them to go, because you already have the testing centers. Encourage them. Yes?
I wanted to add that in the society, in pay, job, contracts,
More wide.
that you're going to be assessed. He has to undergo some screening to understand the level. After the exam, the now decide to give another 3 or 2. Is it necessary that always you are the first RPL? Somebody must
try to get who is going to come to us. It is a mechanic who works under the tree. No? He's going to come to us. He doesn't know about qualifications. What are the different levels? People in education themselves don't know about the different levels of qualification that we have. Now, this mechanic, do you think he will know about an SQ and all this? No, he will not know. So what we should tell him, and this is where we guide him, we will tell him, okay, this is a career path, etc., but we're going to assess you at this level. Because based on when the person comes to you, of course, this is where the information and communication should be very clear. You should tell the person, you should put questions to the person, and this is one of the things which I would like now. We should be doing some more simulations. I want some more simulations, just to make you grasp, actually, what are the questions, how we should do simulations, and also to learn each other. We will learn through these simulations. What are the questions we can put to a claimant, as you mentioned, somebody who has come to be RPL? What are the questions which we can ask them so that we know at which level we can put them? Remember, we have level descriptors. Do you know about the level descriptors? How many of you know the level descriptor? But if I ask you to tell me one level descriptor, will you be able to tell me? Limited assessor and facilitator capacity. However many people who will train, there will still be a shortage. Because not all the people who we train will be good. We can train 100 people, but out of the 100 people, it is not necessary that we have 100 assessors or 100 facilitators. And then the question which was asked by our friend on trade test, this fragmented approach. No, all ministries now, labor, industry, education. You know, in some countries we have the Ministry of Agriculture also doing some sort of RPL. Ministry of Labor is doing it, Ministry of Education is doing it, Ministry of Training is doing it, you know. So we have this fragmented approach in many countries. And everybody wants to do it when they see the benefits of it. And some key fact, of course, according to the African Union in 2021, only 17 countries, and our SG will tell you we have how many countries in Africa, SG? 55? 40? Whole of Africa, 55 countries. We have 55 countries. Mauritius also is an African country, eh? By the way, for some people who might not know, we are also African. Eh? Sometimes people forget us because, you know, we are a bit far away from the continent. Eh? So, we are good. And do you think, I mean, if you have challenges in Nigeria, it would also be challenges in Africa. Do you think that we would have more challenges than this one? Any difficulties that you think we can face?
Other challenges in Nigeria in particular. Cost. Cost, yes. Cost of funding. Because like when we are comparing both trade test and RPL, you find that trade test, like for that field, with your 30,000, 50,000, you are good to go. But this one now, the person has to pay very high. The cost of getting RPL is very high.
Cost is a challenge in Africa. Any other challenge which you think? It's mentioned there.
That the certificate is going to be issued by a given awarding body is going to be an SQ certificate of that level. So are we going to clearly say this certificate was achieved? You are through this, the certificate has been.
We be in scheme of service, it takes about 10 years. So now for us now to have this RPL now to be organized is a major problem. So we have poor implementation of policies. Yes.
Lack of political will. If a government in power is not fully willing to handle anything on that technical skill, RPL will not carry the day. We are thankful to the President Minister of Education who is willing to make sure the skills of Nigerians are fully acknowledged. That's why we are here today. Maybe when this government goes, another one will come and everything will be jettisoned, begin to start all over again.
In a short, precise form, how can I differentiate RPL and trade test to him who doesn't know anything about it?
3 points. You know, we have to tell the SA, you know, what should be telling the minister on RPL. So these are very difficult weeks for me, you know, because I like to talk for 5 days and then you say, in the short, in 5 minutes, tell me everything. It's a big challenge for me. But let me tell you, whenever it's a layman, remember, he doesn't know anything about education, he doesn't know anything about career path, he is not interested in, you know, promotion or whatever. He is interested in getting his living. Because he works, you know, under the sun. He works under the tree. He is an auto mechanic, normal person. He's never been to school. Now you go and tell him, okay, you want to do RPL or trade test, but we don't, as a practitioner, RPL practitioner, we don't try to promote trade test unless he knows it. That is the first thing I will tell you. Because otherwise what is happening? We are digging our own grave, which we don't do. First advice. Second advice. My friend, you are an auto mechanic. You have worked for 20 years. You are very good. You know, people who have been to school, sometimes they cannot find the faults. They cannot repair the cars. But you can do it. But do you know that there are a lot of possibilities for you? If you do RPL, what are the benefits of RPL? Now you should answer that one. What are the benefits of RPL?
Second, getting the certification, recognized certificate. Yeah.
What can you do with the recognized certification?
A lot of things. Yeah.
What types of evidence can we use in RPL? Photo, supervisor testimonial. So we can look also at the description now, which says we can before, after photos of room. Have they been cleaned properly? This is an evidence that the person has done a good job. A signed confirmation form from the supervisor. If we have all this, we can say, yes, that person has achieved this unit. Okay? Now let us go to the second unit, clean public areas. Clean corridors, elevators, lobbies. Here again, some different type of evidence. Observation report. What do we mean by observation report? What is an observation report as an assessor?
Whatever the candidate is doing from the starting point, you record it till the end.
So what, as an assessor, you see what the candidate is doing from the very start. That is an observation report. Video clip, you can also take it through video. So, video of cleaning public areas, checklist verified by the team leader. Yes, you know, the elevator has been cleaned, the corridor has been cleaned, and the lobby has been cleaned. And we use that and we see that yes, it was done. Therefore, it was achieved. We can give the second unit as well. Let us go to the third unit. Handling of laundry. Sort, wash, iron, fold linen. Word record, witness testimony. Witness testimony can be a colleague. Now, the description is that there was partial exposure in laundry shifts. And she knew a lot of in-house training. They have trainers and the hotels are also registered as training centers. For each unit we can do that. So easy. Him comfortable, you know, you don't have to go and try to make him comfortable when he comes in, okay? And there, you know, that the person has. I mean, just imagine if you had the mask. Do you think that this person would be comfortable himself? No. So he has to see you, right? These are a little bit of tricks that we use, right? And there is like not necessarily only one question, eh? Because last time what happened is that the persons, because of time constraint, we only assessor. You can have 2 questions, 3 questions, short questions. But remember, you need to make him comfortable and you do not downgrade him. Like if he doesn't know something, you say, oh, this is something you don't know. You know? We try to be more positive in our approach. Okay? So can we start? Anybody can start. You are welcome. Can you take a seat, please?
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Good morning, sir.
You are most welcome. And good.
Adebayo.
Oh, good.
I reside in Ogun State.
Okay.
I applied for RPL level 3.
Okay, you are requesting for level 3.
Yes.
In what area?
In electronic repairs. Regularly help him to do one or two things, so I've had that experience.
Yes, that's wonderful. So can you tell me precisely, please, like what components do you repair from electronics devices?
It also depends on the fault the customer brought, like if the radio or a touch or a phone is not powered on. So that one is related to power section. So we have to open it first. First of all, we'll query the customer who brought it, what happened, what did they notice before it has that fault.
That's wonderful.
So we'll open it.
Before you go into that details, I can understand from your response, you can repair phones, you can repair radio, and possibly what again?
Television.
Television. Your repair, is it limited to only the 3, or there are other electronics components you can repair?
Any electronic gadget.
Any electronic gadget.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And I believe since you brought yourself here, you are very ready. We can confirm all these claims from you, and then we certify you, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. You are most welcome.
You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Adebayo.
Yes.
Thank you for being here today.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time to meet.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, according to your portfolio, it says you are an expert in servicing a mobile phone.
Yes.
Okay, say in a case whereby a phone has been dropped into water, liquid water, how do you attend to that? How do you service that?
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, ask the customer who brought it. If the answer is very precise, so the first thing I will do is to open it, dry it. Sometimes if it's just a solid liquid, then I will have to wash it.
Okay. That's a brilliant response. But you said drying. How do you go about that process? What do you dry with?
So we have 3 ways of drying. First, the common one the quack use is to open it and put it in the sun. Leave it for some minutes or hours so that it will get hot. Another one is using our rework station to dry it. And the third one, people used to just take it on top of one hot plate and place it there to dry.
That is a very detailed explanation. Thank you very much. It also says you are very good in handling safety equipment in the workplace.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In a case where while soldering, you have a small cord or one of your workers or even a customer. A small cut while working, probably with a soldering iron. How do you administer first aid at that moment?
Yeah, the first thing, as my brother taught me, that when you have a cut like that, so first of all, try to know the level of the cut before you apply the first aid. If it's just a small cut on the hand, so bring out the first aid, use this liquid something. So we'll apply it to the heat. If it is severe, we'll have to take the person to the hospital.
Okay, thank you very much. Good job.
Thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I can hear the way you respond to all the questions that is posed to you shows you know your job. And if
yes.
I say, as you are responding, you can see you are the one that was coming, that the gadget you are to enjoy at home and properly enjoy.
Thank you, sir.
You can give to any of us that bring our gadgets to play with you on your job. And if
in any case that we came to your shop and you do the repairs and we still have the fault, what can you do about it?
Let me answer this side and this one. If I will not give you
because some of these components that will equally bought it, we bought it on no guarantee. So once we put it and it work and you take it home, probably something happened again, you brought it back. I will answer the second question. We will do it either 50-50 or probably if it is your fault, you pay another one. You pay another money for it. Because yes, sir. Give a guarantee on that.
your PPE. I'm not going to say I will put on something or glove or I keep the guarantee.
Okay, that's where I wanted to come. Actually, she has been very good actually. Yeah. You know, when she asked that question on first stage, and you could see that he was hesitating a little bit on the first stage answers. He could not answer properly also. So
activities. Know the steps needed to complete simple activities. The skills you have to follow instructions or use rehearsed steps to complete simple tasks and activities with appropriate guidance. Begin to follow instructions to achieve simple activities. Work only under supervision. You see, I didn't know about this level descriptor, but I already told you the word supervision, under supervision will already be there. Because this is one of the things that we use in all descriptors. It is everywhere. And this is why whenever we go for international recognition of our qualification, even without looking deeply into the level descriptors, we would know that this is a qualification which can be recognized in the other country. Because there are certain basic principles which we use when we develop these level descriptors. There are certain logic which is used whenever we write all these that you see on the table. And this is what helps us. Whenever we get a certificate from RPL, through RPL at level 1, we know that this person, this is what he should be able to do. Whether it is a mason, whether it is an electrician, anybody, we know this is a level of competence we expect from him. Okay? Now, let us use this level 1. Let us use this level 1 and try to see what could be questions that we can put to an RPL candidate on knowledge and understanding. Use knowledge or understanding gained from life experiences to carry out simple familiar activities. Know the steps needed to complete simple activities. Remember I was telling you, when the person comes and says, greet, we're going to greet. So how do you greet? What are the different steps? So can we get other examples and other questions from you now? I want to take some rest.
Established. To be set up, steering committee. Do we start from there? Or who has an idea as to what this roadmap should be? So the floor is open. Okay, may we hear?
The earlier we scale down this training so that we can get more RPL accessors, so that it boosts our number and our capacity. One for the NBTE is to keep pursuing both the institutional, the legal, and the implementation frameworks. Reach out to more relevant MDS and ministries, inform them more and seek for their buy-in in that idea. Yes.
I hope someone is taking note.
For us to develop
our training material for the purpose of training of RPL, either facilitators, assessors, or the stakeholders in Nigeria. We have to develop it based on what we have gotten from these lectures. At the same time, we also need to develop other materials or tools, like the assessment tools and other templates that can also be fit for purpose, for the purpose of institutionalization or implementing RPL in Nigeria. Then followed by the training, because we have already seen that it requires a lot of human resource effort, and that it's lacking in Nigeria. We need to actually see how we can develop it within the shortest possible time. Particularly, we understand that the Nigerian government has an ambitious project for this RPL. So this is my contribution. Thank you. Okay. Now,
okay. In Nigeria, we have the national qualification framework for the other one, but this one, like the Oga Yusuf said yesterday, we need to develop a policy so that government will first of all accept the system first before other developments start coming in, and they now know the value and the need for this thing to be institutionalized in Nigerian system. So with that policy, now it will now encourage all other stakeholders to come together with the NBTE. So that have a document that will say yes, have something like this now.
Thank you. Well, okay, to further guide the process, it's good. It's going to trigger the process. So the first thing immediately is from here is at NBTE assume the responsibility of coordinating that process that we want to trigger.
Okay.
Okay, from there, then what next? What follows?
Yes.
Do we all agree in our roadmap from here? Yes. Tentative, but to give it support, to give it backing, official backing, is the NBTE that should convene you. Let us give them that task to convene this committee and then formalize it. Is that okay? Okay.
Our responsibility for implementing this, I think what we need to put on the roadmap is development of implementation guideline. Implementation guideline.
Yes.
How do we implement this? Who assumes responsibility for this? How can the player, the sector, the stakeholders?
Aims and objectives. Initially, what should be the objective of this roadmap? And then, where do we want to go? What are going to be the key indicators, the milestones? Who are the stakeholders? Have they taken ownership? Yes, I think, yeah. Well noted.
Okay. As you rightly said, first we have to identify the coordination body, which is already NBTE, and they have to take up that role. And once we do that, I think another thing we need to consider, even though it may not necessarily be the next in the roadmap, but we need to consider it as one of the first items for the fact that we received this training, and if it takes longer time, there is tendency that some of us may start forgetting some things.
What we've agreed in terms of to develop something, can we project and then we have someone assign that task to? Is that okay? I think you need to guide us, otherwise we'll be talking just in the your system, you connect. Yes, is that okay?